Head-to-head, he's very one-sided. O'Sullivan leads it 15-1. He does seem to enjoy it. He was at the opening ceremony yesterday, getting involved with the dignitaries as well.
I think he'll be okay as the right-handed player who can play left-handed. He can just. I think the fact that it was played gently was the reason it just dropped in off the top jaw. Not so easy into the right corner. That's what he's playing it. Such a good shot that is. That really is a good shot.
17.
Could easily be a frame winner.
27.
Yeah, interestingly
31.
how he played that there. Naturally would have come quite close to the pink.
He does, and he knocks it in. So an interesting start. Ali Carter did have a good chance, you've got to say, early in that frame.
Well, he was looking a little bit flat, but with 6 reds lined up down the centre of the table.
1. Nine. 22.
Sullivan was saying earlier in the year he's looking to play much more in Asia towards the end of his career, whatever that is.
Well, it was always his target, I think, to bring those reds into play. He could hardly have done it any better. Those reds were open, he might not have thought so.
31.
Stop taking pictures and all the rest of it when they're in his eye line. Carter's had enough table time to be in front at the interval himself, but certainly 2-2 was calling until that last shot he played.
$58. $65.
Yeah, he's been impressive here. I think he really just came to life when the chance came. Got the reds into play early.
77.
Not seen fireworks yet, but this has been a really good break. So Ronnie O'Sullivan clears the table with 99 to take a 2-frame lead into the interval, and Ali Carter will look back on a few kind of confidence, but he has left a potential pot here to the green pocket.
One.
Well, he certainly tried to avoid that red. He's actually a little fortunate to have a shot at it down the cushion. Now, crucially, he has an angle, either to go directly into the bunch or with topspin around 2 cushions. I think directly is the plan. Oh, that's a good split. That is a really good split, because unless you hit that full on.
20.
If he needs to from that side.
34.
The green pocket.
47.
Sullivan this time has stepped up. Check at the scores, he still needs this pink. And in it goes.
little bit of frustration. Yeah, it was a pretty wretched snooker to be in. So whatever you do, you might leave one, but he was hoping he might just fluke one or do something different, and it never quite happened.
7. $35.
He's called a hit and hope for a reason.
55.
Well, there is enough on again, potentially for another century. Obviously going to get the red by the black into play.
60.
That'll do it.
1.
Well, this is why they all come, of course, here today. It's a full house, as you'd expect, and
The interesting thing is how far he gets on that number in his career, whatever it
Foul.
ends. He's not going to make one this frame, though.
no, the yellow
Ronnie
has the
O'Sullivan,
temerity
74.
to jump off the table. So the break ends at 74, but O'Sullivan...
Which really was out of necessity.
One.
I was talking to a player recently about Ronnie O'Sullivan, and he was saying something...
I guess he created the chance in the previous frame with the snooker behind the brown, so that was good. Which Carter decided to just... right now, perhaps John Higgins would be potentially a favourite, not necessarily in the eyes of the bookmakers, but the point you're making, that he's a little bit further into the season than O'Sullivan.
38.
Into the bunch. Well, that's not perfect. He's on a thin red, but...
There you are, a little late twist. Ali Carter was not quite thinking about the flight home, but things weren't looking good for him. But it was a very thin red that O'Sullivan attempted, didn't get it, so...
Oh, kick. I believe that was a poor contact. We don't see that many of them,
8.
but I think we saw one there.
Nine.
What sort of shape he would be in? Well, we can find out how deep he'll go in the tournament after this match.
Best, but I'm sure, knowing the kind of
33.
person he is and how he often sets himself high.
The fact is, he doesn't have to play his best always to win, does he? And he
47.
played well enough. Be a very interesting match, as ever, against John Higgins, who's playing good stuff himself.
I looked over at him, actually, looked really disappointed. Maybe...
He led 3-1, 3-3, Carter was on top. O'Sullivan made
81.
his first century of the campaign, 101, and he's finished off a winner by 6 frames to 3. And he will take on another all-time legend, John Higgins, in the quarterfinals of the Shanghai Masters. He still hasn't lost in this tournament since 2016. Who's going to